the Enlightened Tactic, the Enlightened Tactics, the Enlightened Covert Tactic, the Enlightened Covert Tactics, the Enlightened Overt Tactic, the Enlightened Overt Tactics, the Enlightened Indirect Tactic, the Enlightened Indirect Tactics, the Enlightened Direct Tactic, the Enlightened Direct Tactics, the Enlightened Slow-Paced Tactic, the Enlightened Slow-Paced Tactics, the Enlightened Fast-Paced Tactic, the Enlightened Fast-Paced Tactics, the Enlightened Soft Tactic, the Enlightened Soft Tactics, the Enlightened Firm Tactic, the Enlightened Firm Tactics, the Enlightened Hard Tactic, the Enlightened Hard Tactics, the Enlightened Beginning Tactic, the Enlightened Beginning Tactics, the Enlightened Mid-Lane Tactic, the Enlightened Mid-Lane Tactics, the Enlightened Ending Tactic, the Enlightened Ending Tactics, the Enlightened Basic Tactic, the Enlightened Basic Tactics, the Enlightened Intermediate Tactic, the Enlightened Intermediate Tactics, the Enlightened Advanced Tactic, the Enlightened Advanced Tactics, the Enlightened Private Tactic, the Enlightened Private Tactics, the Enlightened Public Tactic, the Enlightened Public Tactics, the Enlightened Silent Tactic, the Enlightened Silent Tactics, the Enlightened Written Tactic, the Enlightened Written Tactics, the Enlightened Photo Tactic, the Enlightened Photo Tactics, the Enlightened Audio Tactic, the Enlightened Audio Tactics, the Enlightened Video Tactic, the Enlightened Video Tactics, the Enlightened Past Tactic, the Enlightened Past Tactics, the Enlightened Present Tactic, the Enlightened Present Tactics, the Enlightened Future Tactic, the Enlightened Future Tactics,